लैंग्वेजेस वाले हैं वो भूल रहे हैं, और जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज वाले हैं वो इस पे अब रुकना शुरू कर रहे हैं। तो मेरे लिए बहुत ही खुशी की बात थी जब सर ने कहा कि तुमको एक रिव्यू पढ़ना है। आई जम्प्ड ऑन इट, आई हॉप्ड ऑन इट। I said this will give me an opportunity, otherwise is busy schedule में we don't get time to read these poetry of collections and the budding artists, budding poets who are coming up with their poetry of collections. So I hopped on it just to get a glimpse of the poetry of these days.
करता हूँ अपने शोबे में, और आप सबका शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि आप यहाँ तशरीफ लाए।
तो इसलिए ये जो रिव्यू है ये अंग्रेजी में है।
उर्दू वाले समझते हैं।
सर वो नहीं कहना चाह रही थी, मैं ये कहना चाह रही है कि मैं इसको अंग्रेजी में रिव्यू किया है मैंने। सर नॉट दैट कि आई वांटेड टू से कि उर्दू वाले शायद हमसे अच्छा ही जानते हैं सर। In a world where the noise of modern life often drowns out the softer notes of poetry, Mr. Sumbria emerges as a remarkable poet, effortlessly blending his administrative duties, because all you know that he belongs to the administrative services, with a delicate artistry of verse. The collection, Mountain Musing, begins by acknowledging the current disconnection, as I was talking about, from poetry in the rush of material pursuits. It then dwells into unexpected emergence of a poet from a bureaucratic world, particularly in the demanding context of Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Sumbria's poetic journey, starting with the Urdu couplets, as Reyaz said, sir, in school, and continuing through legal practice and administrative responsibilities, is truly astonishing. The poetry resonates with rural life, where Mr. Sumbria's impression and experience are etched in his subconscious. Poems like, I'm naming the poems, it's Come Spring and In Memory of the Tree. These are the two poems. मैं आगे और भी poems के बारे में बात करूँगी, but अभी फिलहाल vividly capture the seasons and pastoral landscapes. Reminds one of the romanticism found in his celebrated late poets of 19th century England, जो कि बहुत ही famous थे उस time. इनका एक group था of poets का. Just to give you the taste of it, I'm quoting from the two of his poems. So पहले मैं quote करूँगी from his poem called Come Spring, which says, Come spring, you will behold the last summer's dead and decayed spring up from where it lay resurrected. And from his poem In the Memory of the Tree, he writes, hiding in the foliage, the birds would chatter at dusk and perch through the night. Mr. Sumbria's portrayal of nature goes beyond mere observation. It reflects the changing world. Poems describing stars and sunsets not only evoke awe, but also lament the impact of modern activities on nature. Like the memory of a grand tree, now only existing in recollection, while cars whiz by, serves as a poignant commentary on the environmental cost of progress. One of the highlights in his poem, and the name of the poem is How Fair is Nature, stands as a testament to Sumbria's deep love for natural world. The poem portrays nature not just as a scenic backdrop, but as a nurturing force, akin to a caring mother with boundless,
which is an amazing thing for him. And we also got an opportunity to get a glimpse of it. I will surely read his book, his poems, and I hope that all of you who are sitting here and will get an opportunity to have a look at the book and read his poems will be inspired by it. I know he has said that जोश था तो होश नहीं था, होश है तो जोश नहीं है. आप में जोश भी है और होश लाने की ज़रूरत है. You are a new young talent, and I hope you will be inspired by this book. And those who have the talent of writing, जोश और होश दोनों ले आओ और अच्छे से लिखो और इनकी तरह काबिल पोइट्स बनो. Poets, anything which you want to read or write, जो इसमें भी आपका जोश है उसको लाने की आपको प्रेरणा मिलेगी इस किताब से और इनसे खास तौर पे, जो कि इतने काम में मसरूफ होने के बावजूद उन्होंने इतनी पॉइंट्स लिखी हैं. आपसे मैं बहुत वो हुई हूँ कि इंस्पायर हुई हूँ, मुझे खुद इंस्पिरेशन मिली है. दो पोइट्री मेरा वो नहीं है कि मैं पढ़ती बहुत हूँ, पर लिखने वाला टैलेंट मेरे में नहीं है. शायद मुझे लग रहा है कि इससे मैं भी थोड़ा सा इंस्पायर होकर कुछ कोशिश करूँगी. आपने मुझे थोड़ा सा इंस्पायर किया है. देखती हूँ, जोश भी नहीं है मेरे में, होश भी नहीं है. कोशिश करूँगी लाने की और लिखने की. लेकिन आप सब स्टूडेंट्स और स्कॉलर्स से मुझे यही कहना है कि इनसे थोड़ी सी इंस्पिरेशन लो, जिनमें ये टैलेंट है वो लाएं और लिखने की कोशिश करें. क्योंकि आर्ट जो है, लिटरेचर जो है, वो एक बहुत खूबसूरत एक तरीका है अपनी बात को कहने का, जो आप सिंपल तरीके से नहीं कह सकते. वो पोइट्री आपको वो जुनून देती है, वो जज्बा देती है कि आप उसको कह पाते हैं. इन्हीं लफ्ज़ों के साथ थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग मी एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू बी हियर, टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस function, and again happiest congratulations, and hope such books will come in future also and we will be part of it in showing it to the
हुआ था. ये महज फ्राइडे को मेरे सामने आया कि मोहतरम जो है वो शायर भी है और मैंने उनका बहैसियत शायर इस्तेमाल किया, वेलकम किया और इस बुक रिलीज़ को मुनक़्क़िद करने के लिए मैंने रियाज साहब से बात की. उन्होंने भी इस बात की तायीद की कि इस तरह के पोइट्स को हमें आगे लाना चाहिए. मैं उनका भी शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ. और फार्मर वोट ऑफ थैंक्स के लिए मैं डॉक्टर चमन लाल से गुजारिश करता हूँ कि वो यहाँ आए और शुक्रिया भी करें.
First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to every one of you for organizing this beautiful book release function. I feel highly obliged. Thank you very much. I think I have been sufficiently introduced by the speakers by now. While introducing myself to you, I would like to say that I took to poetry intuitively during my school days. I still remember having penned the very first poem, titled The Nation, which has survived through all these years, though I have not included it in the present book which is being released today. It was a well-nigh perfect poem. Thereafter, I continued writing, and after many years of persistent efforts at practicing the art of poetry, I found the poems having piled up, numbering around 1,000 in English and an equal number in Urdu. I would like to say that the art of writing poetry, or for that matter, maybe any art, evolves itself over the years, provided we are persistent enough in our efforts at practicing it. What I have myself experienced as a humble practitioner of the genre of poetry is that initially you have great feelings in terms of intensity, which with the passage of time gradually dies out. But it is compensated for by the technique, which improves with the passage of time. And this happens imperceptibly without your knowing it. उर्दू में इसे कहते हैं कि जब जोश था तब होश नहीं था, अब जब होश है तो जोश नहीं है. As a matter of fact, your poetry approximates to the ideal of poetry, traditionally what we mean by the word poetry. A poem, as you know, has many things within its fold. Many things go into making a poem. The poet employs the figures of speech and other literary devices in writing a poem, using his imagination, which is very vital to the art of poetry and which distinguishes it from the language of prose. A poem is said to have its content and form. The content of the poem itself determines its form. Further, there is an element of tension which binds all the words and lines of the poem together. A reader gets aesthetic pleasure and delight reading a poem. We as practitioners of poetry have to catch the feeling as it comes and express it in as apt and appropriate words as possible in the medium we have chosen for its expression. We should genuinely feel what we write, otherwise the poem will sound flat and devoid of aesthetic pleasure.